So hi and welcome back, and perhaps a little less controversial video this week, and we're looking at the new Lucky black and white 100 ISO film. Let me just turn the camera around so you can see me. There we go. So first off, the reason I wear the headphones is to keep the baseball cap on. I don't necessarily listen to things. In fact, I seldom listen to things. I just have them on, and it basically stops people coming up and talking to you. Anyway, so yeah, last week anyone would have thought I'd created some sort of diplomatic incident with Japan. Oh dear. I'm going to come back to that video in a few weeks time, or a week or so, and go a little bit deeper. Anyway, so we're looking at the new Lucky black and white film, and I got some really interesting results with it. I don't want to talk too much here and now. I want you to see the photographs. I didn't film when I was actually taking the photographs, and a lot of the actual photographs are taken in a place called Poplar, and very distinct, let's say distinct architecture there, and I think I know what this film's good for. But there's also a problem with the particular film I had. It doesn't mean it's going to be for every role, but there was an issue which I'll come on to in the video. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so welcome back, and I did have a bit of an issue with the Lucky film. The first 6 frames were exposed. I don't know what was wrong with it. I guess there was some sort of light leak at the start of the film, but my 36 frame film became a 30 frame film, and I lost some shots, which was not good. Thankfully, they weren't critical to what I was doing. It's just an annoyance. They were lost, but it doesn't mean that every film is going to be like that. Perhaps you've tried it yourself and can let us know in the comments below if you had the same problems and same issues. So, and I've had that happen with other films like the Svema films as well, and slowly it peters out and you get the normal film. So I don't honestly know what to say about that, other than that was the problem. I'm going to go through a few shots before I get to the shots that I'm really pleased with, and we're just going to look at it as a general look. So it was developed in ID11 in stock solution for 7 minutes, and it recommends between 5 and 7 minutes, and I'm guessing because I wanted a higher contrast I went for the 7 minutes. But let's take a look at some of the shots. I'm just going to go for some of the general stuff I did when I was out and about, and this was after I'd done what I wanted to do with the film. So one of the things I did notice straight away is the grain. It's quite grainy in the sense I've used ID11. Is that the best developer for it? I don't think it is. It's just the fact I have it and I wanted to take some shots, and it's a general purpose developer, but I think you could probably get less grain if you used a finer grain developer with this film. But one thing I noticed straight off the bat is the contrast is really nice. Okay, let's carry on. I was in London again. One of my favourite places in London is Bermondsey, and I do this walk from Bermondsey back to the city. And I've done videos about this, so you'll probably know this if you've been watching my videos for any length of time. That's what this is. And I just got another shot of them walking to the distance. Now, I think that's just a smudge on the negative. I didn't clean it properly. It's not a UFO, trust me. And I saw this. I wondered how it would come up. Would it just be flat and have no contrast to it at all? Because they tend to, when you take photographs of things like this, they tend to be really flat, and you don't get much separation between the trunk and obviously whatever was covering it at the time. You know what I'm like with these type of things. But it hasn't. It's actually come up really well, which tells me it's something I like if it looks like this. And when I'm in Kempston, I go to this little place, and it's like a break off of the river, and I wanted to see what it was like. Again, I was using the same rule about the bright light, the high contrast light. It hasn't fully bleached out. You can still see the detail in it, and yeah, so I'm really pleased with this at this stage. When I was going through these and actually taking the making the actual positives from the negatives to put it on the screen. And this is just a shot of the water flowing. It's like a channel. It's like a concrete blocks either side, and there's a channel that goes in. So it's basically where the river breaks into two sections, and you walk on an island to get there. And I just thought this might look nice. It's okay. It's nothing spectacular. But let's get on to the actual photographs now. Oh, hang on a minute. Have you noticed this? Look. There is an eye in the water. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's carry on and look at the photographs I went to take at a place called Poplar. And yeah, it's basically a brutalist housing estate in East London, right near a Canary Wharf area. It's kind of really, really weird. It's like, yeah, the two places are completely, they're so close, they're in walking distance of each other, yet it's a completely different world. So let's have a look at those now. So this will give you some idea of what the place is like. Now, the thing I discovered with this, and you'll see it in the next few photographs, is it's really, really, really good in high contrast light. Now, this was taken, I think, probably about 7 o'clock in the morning when the sun was just coming up, and it was really, 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 really bright. And so it's almost kind of weird. You have to try and pick it out, but these bits here are where it's actually going through to the sky behind. Another thing I noticed, the grain is quite uniform. I like the way the grain structure is in this, but where you've got the shadow areas, you've completely lost any detail under there with the high contrast light. But when you get it in the right light, and you'll see that in the next shot, you can have the most amazing results with this film. So look at this. So I'm actually standing in shadow, and the light is starting to just hit the top of this, I guess it's a lift, and it goes off to the different blocks in the tower. But look at this. You've got all that detail in the foreground with the plants, and then you've got the actual tower blocks. It is just, this is the film I'd love to work with. Okay, so with all the disappointment of losing 6 frames, but then getting this is just, to me, this is incredible. And now I know how this film works, I know what I can use it for. So I can actually go now and plan a shoot, and I'm going to be doing a video about planning a photo shoot and picking the right film for your photo shoot on film. People have a go-to film. I don't have a go-to film. I have a go-to film when I know what I want to take and where it is, and plan around the shoot, rather than it having my go-to film with me, whether that be HP5, FP4, whatever it might be. I don't do that. I plan around the shoot I'm going to do, and then pick the film I know that's going to serve me best with that. But I am so pleased with this, and so pleased with what this film has done. I'm going to show you a few more of those now. So again, this is the side of one of the other buildings with the stairwell and the lifts and stuff like that. And this is really representing in black and white what I was seeing in the daylight. I don't think a colour film would do this justice, but these blocks are amazing, and I love them in their brutalistic way, as it were. And again, this shows to me just what I wanted to see, and I've got just what I wanted. Let's have a look at a couple more. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this one, and this is Market Square, and this is like this. It's basically split into 2 sections, and you walk between the 2, but you can see the HSBC building in the background. That's how close this place is to Canary Wharf, and it is just like, it's really, really weird. You go to this, you've got this ultra modern city right next to this dystopian, almost brutalistic housing estate, and I saw the HSBC through the gap between and took that. And yeah, I'm actually going to go back to Poplar and take some more shots, because I didn't have much time there, and I want to wander around a bit more, perhaps take a colour and black and white film with me when I next go. Okay, so another similar shot, and I just wanted to get someone crossing the road to give us an idea of perspective. And yeah, again, you can see how good this film is. And would I recommend you use it? I'd recommend giving it a go, but also remember about the problem I had with the film. And I just want to show you one more photograph before I finish, and we'll sum up. So we're now looking at the last shot I'm going to show you, and it hasn't lost the detail in the shaded side. And literally it was a point and shoot grab, and I had to go. I was in such a rush. But you can just see how good this film is, and I would recommend anyone gives this a go. But I'd be interested to see what you'd get with it if you used a different developer. I think I'm going to order some more, and I'm going to order some other developer. Now, there's not many times for processing this, but I'm going to do an experiment and get some developer, and then create the developing times myself. Okay. Anyway, so I hope you like this. I hope this has given you something about a fantastic Chinese film. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.